be the revenue report for December 2023. That's right. It is last year's final report for how much money all of us have spent on mobile games. And right at the top, we already see Genshin Impact. Now, it did have quite a significant drop, but I think it's mainly due to the fact that November was an insane month for Genshin Impact. Right? I think what was her name? Fu something. Of course, chat here will remind me. I've got 1,000 people here, all mobile game lovers. That unit was so hyped that as a non-Genshin Impact player, I even knew about it. Yes, that's right, Furina. So undoubtedly, that 53 million was all thanks to that patch. But now, normalized down to 31. Next, Honkai Star Rail, another game I play. Runmei banner was crazy, absolutely crazy. I think it even out-earned Seilei's banner, which was the release banner. So Runmei was definitely a huge boost, and just with a few days of revenue report, we're already looking at 26 million. So massive there, up from 19 million last month. After that, we got 3 games that are all from JP, and it's all just spending from the JP overlords, and it's absolutely crazy. Jujutsu Kaisen, an anime IP game, made 23 million on top of the 11 million previously made. So this is an anime game, and yeah, it's doing really well. Followed by Puzzles of Dragons. This game, I think it's having its almost 20th anniversary. It's one of the oldest mobile games. It's just a bunch of ping balls, I want to say. Puzzles of Dragons. I've never played it, but I know this game always rakes in mad money. Fate Grand Order, I don't think I need any introduction. But yes, 20 million. Dragon Ball Legends, anime IP, all the nostalgia, 19 million. No surprise there. Probably release another power creep banner. So for those of you guys that play the game, if I don't play it and you want to explain why the revenue has increased by so much, you can obviously leave a comment so other people can know. But yes, Dragon Ball Legends, 19 million. And Nikke, that's right. Nikke actually had quite a significant drop. 30 million down to 18 million. Now this was insane. 30 million was a really fantastic time for Nikke because it was the Red Hood anniversary, right? It was really crazy. They made so much money. And now, even with the Winter Limited, it did drop down to 18 million. But let me tell you guys something crazy, okay? Here, I have the JP Overlord stats for their spending. So you can see from JP in December, 879 million, okay? And because we had the release of Scarlet and Modernia in just 2 days. This is data from January 1st and January 2nd. In 2 days, we have already out-earned last month's entire revenue by almost doubling it. What just happened? 879 jumped to 1.3 billion in 2 days. In 2 days. I mean, no doubt. Look at this unit.
花に10日の紅なしとは言うな。この命の終わりはまだ見えぬ。
Actually, one of the best DPS right now in game, and Power Creep's entire roster with the jiggling animation. No other roster does this. No other unit has this of massive jiggle animation. And look at this. So yeah, there we go. I predict Nikke January's revenue is going to be at least 25 million. Okay, at least 25 million. So we're almost back into the anniversary revenue days. All right, so followed by Uma Musume Horse Racing. It's big in Japan, what can I say? Black Clover. Okay, so this is a game I actually did not think would do this well. Black Clover M basically is dead in Japan. Right, if you scroll all the way down and you take a look at Black Clover M at the very bottom somewhere, 150,000 last month and only 400,000 now. It's dead, and it's managed by Garena, so it's literally double negative. But you know what? 2 double negatives. I mean, 2 negatives does make a positive in this case because 50 million this month is really impressive. Really, really impressive. Okay, so hopefully, I mean, they're definitely doing something right. So hopefully this revenue does maintain itself, and we might see a really good IP game for an anime. So Black Clover M, congratulations. I was completely wrong, but we need to see what happens next month, because I think it's just last month it was released, right? So it's still relatively new. Followed by Summoner's War. Holy crap, that game is old and it's still making a lot of money. And then Dragon Balls, more Dragon Balls. Hatsune Miku, 9 million. This is a music game. Heaven Burns Red, 6 million. This is one of the Japanese favorite visual novels. You know, in it for the story, basically, by Jun Maeda. So still raking in a lot of money. Ensemble Stars, Husbando music game. One Piece, more anime IP. Blue Archive JP, cute and funny senseis, all around the world. Actually, this is just Japanese senseis. 6 million down to 5 million. It's still very impressive. They had a huge comeback if you take a look at the release of Blue Archive over in Japan. So yeah, congratulations, Nexon. I think this is the only game you managed correctly. So it definitely shows. And Fate Grand Order Global. I tried Fate Grand Order, I just can't get into it. It feels like a game released in the 1990s, but I guess the story and the characters is enough to carry itself. Fire Emblem Heroes probably released another power creep unit, so back in 5 million. More Dragon Balls, Atelier Thyza. This game apparently has a jiggle slider, so I'm pretty keen to try it out. 4 million is quite nice. Yeah, if it comes to global, I'll take a look. More One Piece. Epic 7, they're always just between 3 to 5. Like, they cannot earn a number that's different than 3, 4, or 5 million. It's just what they make every single month. Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, from 4 down to 2.9. I think global is doing even worse. Once your revenue start to drop, any Square Enix game is basically on the chopping block. Azure Lane, Coomer Extreme, 2.7 million. Not bad. Probably some new skins got released. I need to take a look. Bang Dream, another music game. Azure Lane again, Japan, 2 million this time. Nice. Tower of God, New World. So finally stabilized at around 2 million, which is actually really, really good. Really, really good. So not bad for an idle Tower of God game. Arknights, what the hell happened? From 8 million down to just under 2 million. Maybe they're preparing for Arknights Enfield. Echocalypse just released, and of course you can look at my sponsor video. It is Extreme Coomer Bait, sitting at 1.7 million for global. It did have a C release and a JP release, so this is just global stats. Not bad for first month. A Blue Archive, so this is the global senseis from 2.9 down to 1.6. Okay. And the Reverse 1999. From 2 million down to 1.6. For the amount of advertisement Reverse 1999 does, and for how well it does in CN is like, I think 10 to 12 million. Reverse 1999 global and JP is just not doing so hot. Kind of crazy. More One Piece, Captain Tsubasa soccer game, and then another One Piece. I think I'm just gonna skip all the anime IPs, the One Piece and the Dragon Ball Z's, because there's 6 iterations of them, and after one EOS's, another one will replace itself. Arknights dropped from 4 to 1.3. So someone's saying apparently Google Play boosted Arknights a lot in November as the game of the year or something. Who knows? But yes, quite significant drop. Princess Connect, RIP Global, JP isn't doing so hot either. Brown Dust 2 finally sees almost double in revenue from 600 to 1.3. I tried Brown Dust 2 again, but the art is nice. The combat is such a turnoff that I pulled the Fox girl. I brought her into combat, and after autoing 3 rounds, I deleted the game. I uninstalled. That's just how it is. Another Eden, a single player game basically. Still doing alright. And then more music, Hatsune Miku, Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, 1.9 to 1.2. Yeah, both the JP as well as the global sides dropping. Honkai Impact the Third, the Forgotten MiHoYo Child. I mean, making 1.1 million, it's alright. And then JP Reverse 99, like I said, from 1.7 down to 1.1. Gundam UC, not bad. I thought it would drop even further. And then Path to Nowhere, 1.2 million down to 700. Unfortunate. I think there was a pretty big drama with one of the units removed over in CN, but it shouldn't impact global at all. But yeah, Path to Nowhere. Oof. The game released around the same time as Nikke. Yeah. One of the best English voice acting available in any of mobile games, but I guess just never took off. Honkai Impact for JP is doing okay. Dolphin Wave. You can see the butt here, right? So apparently this is a game where you ride on these water boat thingies. I don't know what it's called, but it's apparently a sport. And then you actually compete on top of that. Lots of fan service, that's all you need to know. Another Eden, Octopath Traveler, Olympus Company. Ugh. I mean, they're doing okay. Aether Gazer. Okay. Aether Gazer is just sad. They've had several big patches with massive banners and units people were hyped about, but I just never see their revenue go any higher than like 500 after the release. It's not doing that great. Over at CN as well, they try to revive it and they try to work on it, but it's just, yeah, I don't know. They say like 2.0 will save the game, PC client will save the game. I feel like it's just a little too late. Outer Playing, basically Epic 4.5, right? 500,000, yeah, it's not even close to Epic 7's revenue. PGR, big oof. It's okay. The devs are working on Wuthering Waves instead, all right? So this is 1 million together, right? Global from JP, all feeding into Wuthering Waves development cost. Danmachi, sure. I think Danmachi is going to EOS within 2024, as they kind of always do. The old one that they EOS was actually really good, but the new one's just cash grab. Tower of Fantasy 500. Tower of Fantasy is in such a weird spot that right now, because it's all done by Level Infinite, right? Nikke and Level Infinite. When Nikke has the anniversary and also like massive news on their social platform, the Tower of Fantasy Facebook page posts Nikke announcements. I think it's the intern Kun who's working on both, forgetting to switch account every single time. So when Nikke has their anniversary and has their congratulations, like, oh, thank you for your support topping the Google Play chart or whatever, Tower of Fantasy Facebook, for some reason, also gets that posted. And then it gets deleted. The post gets deleted within minutes. And it's funny because it's happened 3 times. At least 3 times already. First time, sure, mistake. Second time, okay, you're getting fired. Third time, the hired person just got fired. So yeah, it's very weird. Puzzles and Dragon Global, yeah, it's not comparable to JP. Global Gundam, okay. Black Clover M we talked about, dying JP. Everso, rip. I remember when Everso first came out, people were like, you know what, this is the best idle game. It's gonna replace Nikke. All of you Nikke Kumers should just be playing Everso instead. Well. Alchemy Stars sitting at 300,000. I'm surprised this game is still alive. And then Snowbreak Containment Zone. This is unfortunate. I've said this before in my previous video. Snowbreak Containment Zone, when they first released the game and then sponsored me, I told them, yo, look how successful Nikke is. You need to sell the jiggles. You have 3D models. You can easily sell the jiggles front and back. And they're like, nah, you know what? It's not what we're focused on. You know, that's not how our game plays out. And guess what? In the last 2 banners, they've had winter skins, they've had summer skins, and it's all just booba. But it's little too late. Look, even with all these limited skins, it's not, you're not making more in comparison to the previous month. So you know what, should have listened at release, but too late. Aster Tartarisk, this is by Gumi. That's all I have to say. Any Gumi games I will not touch. Okay, it's like Crunchyroll. It's basically the same thing. Counterside, yeah, I guess still going. Octopath and Summer Stars. So as we go lower, Guardian Tales is. I mean, I think they can keep the game going even with just this revenue. I think it's all right. And the rest, nothing else to talk about. NeuroCloud and Girls Frontline will never die, even if they make zero money, because it's a joke that it's apparently a money laundering company over there. And Girls Frontline 2 just came out over in CN, and it's extremely controversial at the moment. If people are interested, I could make a video on it, but things are not looking too hot. I mean, I play the game. I think the game is great. The animation is fantastic, but holy moly, the amount of anger and argument coming out of the release of the game, it was yikes. Alchemy Stars, sure, yeah, it's probably EOS soon. Girls Frontline, JP, NeuroCloud, yeah, not doing so hot. Tact Op, Arkland, only in Korea now, I think. I'm not sure how well the JP one's doing, but we'll never get a global with this revenue, never. And then we've got the triple winners from Bilibili: Harder Gear, Hegan, and Harder Gear JP. 3 of them don't even add up to 90% of the revenue there. Yet, Harder Gear CN still going. They've just released Grace alternate form. The nostalgia I felt when I saw it on my newsfeed. Harder Gear had so much potential. Released just around the end of COVID. No other big hitters in like near it at all, right? Harder Gear actually had one of the best release times for, I would say, 2021, because all the big hitters didn't have their servers ready and they didn't have a release date in sight. So basically, Harder Gear released with pretty much no competition. They didn't even do much advertising, and they were able to rake in like 2 million USD without pretty much no advertisement. But yeah, they rushed the banners. They had a worse post system, not the CN one, but the JP one, and yeah, the result does show. I honestly think Harder Gear would have done really well, but they really fumbled it. But yes, that is the December 2023 revenue report, the winners as well as the losers. Yeah, let me know your thoughts. January, looking forward to it. I'm honestly very excited for the Nikke bump. It's insane how in 2 days we have already surpassed, we've almost doubled last month's revenue. Oh my god, it's crazy. In 2 days. Anyhow, it's nice here. A very long video. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next run. Goodbye now.